The static compression building is a revolutionary construction method using conventional materials in a non-conventional way. Structural insulated panels, or SIPS for short, have long been used in building construction because they're easy to build, structurally strong, and thermally efficient. The unique static compression building that not only capitalizes on all of the inherent SIPS benefits, but now the construction is so simple, a few men can build a fully functional unit in just 2 or 3 hours. And the unit can be dismantled and relocated, fully intact and fully functional. This instructional video will show how easy it is to assemble a 650 square foot building complete with doors, windows, heating, cooling, lighting, and power distribution. The basic components of the system are structural channel frames that capture polystyrene foam and steel SIPS panels. The entire building is raised off the ground and is supported on adjustable jacks. Additional blocks under the jacks may be required. The supports must be adjusted so that the structural channel frames are bubble level. The floor channels are placed on supports beginning at one end of the building. Each floor channel will capture the edge of the panels that span the width of the building. Each panel has an interlocking edge in which one panel's edge slips inside the other. Even the longer and thicker floor panels are light enough for 2 men to easily handle them. No hoisting equipment is needed. As the first section of floor panels nears completion, the next floor channels are set into position. These too must be installed bubble level. When each section of floor is assembled, a ratchet strap will compress the opposing channels of that section. The strap attaches to the patented slip and lock connector. Ratchet straps are hand tightened again without tools. The tightening of these sections provides the strength of the system. A compression strap must also be installed on the starting end of the building. It can be installed with the very first end channels or can be installed after the first floor section is complete. As each piece of floor channel is linked together, the patented slip and lock connector captures each end of the connecting channels. The slip and lock connector not only captures the ends of the adjacent channels, but it also provides a compression tie point for the cables that compress the floor panels. This procedure is repeated until the floor is completed. The end floor channel caps the last edge of the floor panel and the slip and lock connector is installed. After the floor is complete, the floor covering is laid in place. This is a vinyl roll floor covering that requires no adhesive or bonding to the floor panel. With the floor constructed, the wall panels simply slide into place. In this construction, the end walls contain a panel with a built-in door and a panel with a built-in window, and a drop-in cutout for an HVAC unit. In this layout, the built-in door panels, the built-in window panels, and the built-in HVAC unit panels can be installed in any panel location. It's simply a matter of convenience and preference. The end wall and the first section of side walls are slipped into the floor channels. Just like the floor channel frames, we have to install the roof channel frames one section ahead of the roof panels. This means we need to set the end wall panels and the first section of side wall panels to set the roof channels. The vertical wall channels are set in before the gable frames are set into place. These corners are captured by the gable frame and by the floor frames. It's not particularly complicated, but having an extra person holding components in place really helps. A matching set of gable channels captures the end wall panels. Since there are an odd number of end panels in this layout, we need to use 2 end straps so they fall at panel joints and do not interfere with the door, window, or air conditioner. In the gable roof construction, the roof panels are supported by individual roof peak channels. These channels are supported by the gable end frames and interior trusses. The gable frames are locked with special slip and lock connectors that mate the 2 gable frames. The center trusses are interlocked into the top wall channel frames with a built-in slip and lock connection. Roof peak channels are set into the center trusses and the gable end channels with built-in slip and lock connections. Notice the roof peak channels are free to slide downward toward the wall panels. This will allow compression of the roof panels. With roof peak channels in place, all of the roof panels for the first roof section can be slid into position. We suggest these panels be installed in pairs rather than installing all roof panels on one side first and then trying to install the panels on the other side secondly. Until the building is complete and fully compressed, it is fairly easy for the roof panels to bind as they are slid into position. Working in pairs helps to eliminate this. Acting as a weather closure, a roof peak flashing is provided. These flashings overlap each other from one to the next. This will become apparent shortly. Just like compressing the first floor section, the first roof sections are compressed. Installing the end strap is possible anytime after the flashing is engaged with the peak channels. But since the flashing sections overlap each other, the next set of roof channels must be installed before the first section of roof panels is fully compressed. Just like the first set of truss channels were set in place, the next truss is set. And then the second set of roof peak channels, and so on. Only now can we install the second roof flashing section. This allows us to put on the straps and complete the compression of the first roof section. The roof straps are all installed without the need to be on the roof. The last section requires the end wall panels to be in place. But other than that, this roof section is not much different than the other sections. The end panels are virtually identical from the starting end to the finishing end. Door, window, and air conditioning units are the same. In this unit, we have placed the power distribution panel directly over the air conditioning unit. Depending upon the site power source, this power distribution panel can be installed above the HVAC unit on either end of the building. After the end wall panels are standing, the end gable frames, roof peak channels, and flashing are all installed just like the other roof sections. After the roof panels are slid into position, the cap flashing of the gable end frames slides into position and are held by slip and lock connectors. Top straps are tightened up just like the starting end, as well as the vertical straps on the corners and on either side of the door. This is the completed building. We have not shown pinning the building to the ground, since this is very dependent upon the actual site the static compression building is used. Depending upon the actual conditions, horizontal or lateral pinning can be achieved using the built-in capture hooks that are factory welded to the base slip and lock connectors. For vertical constraint, we recommend strapping or cabling the unit to the ground. This can be done using the built-in hooks inherent with the slip and lock system. We can provide our building system with or without the options shown in this video. 2 doors and 2 windows is considered standard. More or either are certainly possible, or we can even omit them upon request. The vinyl floor covering shown is also an option, but we strongly recommend a floor covering or mat of some type be used in the field. So, if you wish to provide your own, you can. Or, if you prefer something different, let us know. We are developing a totally modular electrical distribution system for use inside the unit. It will be so modular that it makes no difference what configuration you use. You will have power outlets where you want them. We have a ceiling fixture system available that allows simple light fixtures or even ceiling fans. We have an interior wall system available so that you can order interior walls that you can put where you want them. We've designed a special universal connector clip to let you mount what you need on any panel surface. You tap it into place and it uses a set screw to hold it firmly where you want. You can attach almost anything to these clips. And we'll soon be offering modular toilet and shower components that will easily install right into a building like this one. An intriguing building system that is limited only by your imagination. The key to the system is the framing. What kind of steel corners do we need to make to provide you with the structure you need to have? The potential length of a unit is virtually endless. The width can be expanded with interior posts and beams. Floor loads can be increased with additional supports, and in fact, we can even provide these buildings that install on a slab. All of this with low end cost, high energy efficiency, and extreme high flexibility. And it's relocatable.